Okay, welcome to video 3 about argumentation. Here we'll be looking at impacting, which is the final part of this argumentation model. Well, I lied. It's not the final part, but it's the final part of the basics things. So I think even teams in this moment get it wrong. And I'll elaborate a bit more. But let's just do a recap of what we did. Firstly, we explained how to generate statements with the X and Y formula. Secondly, we explained how do we analyze arguments by just asking ourselves the question, why does X equal Y? And then going backwards and going forwards. And then the final thing, when we look at impacts, or just the question, why is my argument important? The basic question that we need to ask ourselves is why is in the end point of the argument important? This is literally the question. So we analyze the argument about more quality drugs. So basically what we need to ask ourselves is why do we care about more quality drugs, or why is that important? So the first most basic reason is that additives can cause severe bodily issues. And here it's basically just asking yourself again, okay, why is this bad? Well, for example, it can lead to blindness, kidney problems, and other reasons. I'm not a particular big expert on drugs and things like that, but this is what I know. Then we need to just ask ourselves another question: why is this bad? Well, because firstly, this is extremely painful, and it impairs other aspects of your life. So like going to work, relationships, etc. So why is it crucial to do this explanation? When you're impacting, think of yourself as if you are some kind of seller, right? You're trying to sell the impacts of the argument. And on good days, on certain good days, you'll be selling Lamborghinis, right? You'll be saying this leads to, for example, people not dying or something like that. In that case, you're selling the Lamborghini. You have a very easy impact that you can just explain, and this is not going to be contested within the debate. No one is going to stand up and say, oh my god, dying is not that important. No, it's not. However, on certain days, you'll be selling Ladas, or like some kind of Soviet bullshit car or something like that. Or let's say Toyotas or something like that, even though Toyotas are great cars. And when you're selling this, you basically will have to do a bit more work persuading, a bit more work explaining what exactly are the impacts, illustrating them and pushing them. So I think like the additives point about severe bodily harms is somewhere between the two, where you still have to explain you still have to flesh out those harms, you still have to do it. So basically the process of fleshing out is just asking yourself a couple of times, why is this bad? Why is this bad? Why is this bad? Or vice versa. Why is this good? Why is this good? Why is this good? Until you reach a moment. So here is like the burden where you have a tangible harm to the human experience. So like another intuition here would be, you just say the word unemployment in an economics debate, and you say this is bad. Okay, but why is this bad? Why in reality is unemployment bad, especially if we are looking at other issues within the debate? Well, for example, if you're unemployed, you turn to crime because you don't have money. If you're unemployed, you literally don't have cash to put on food on the table, so you have to restrict your basic necessities. If you're unemployed, that means that you are have to be on welfare, which takes a lot of revenue from the state, which means that the state has to raise taxes for everyone, meaning that you're not an efficient part of society, and things like that, etc., etc. So actually, you need to provide reasons in order to flesh out reasons and examples in order to flesh out and visualize these harms. Just a note here: rhetorics is most crucial here. So going on an emotional rant would be important here. Then the final part of building your argument is just asking yourself, why does this harm win the debate? Or basically, why is this a suggestion of such like importance that I should give you the debate for this? And here, like, you have the standard weighing mechanism. So you have like number of people, intensity of harm, vulnerability. What else? Yeah, let's just use 3 things. So here is the bingo part of this video. Which type of harm do you think this is, or which type of weighing do you think is most appropriate for this harm? You can pause the video right here and think about it. The answer is intensity of harm. Because if we look at the argument, any person can be on drugs, whether it's you're rich and poor. We're not particularly sure if more people will use drugs on our side of the house. Most likely, opposition will win on this point, which means that the final thing that we have left is intensity of harm. And so here, in order to weigh this, we just have to explain that the intensity of this harm is so huge, and these outcomes are so bad, like, you know, like having kidney problems, blindness, and things like that, that it doesn't matter. We should do whatever we should to probably stop this harm from occurring and stuff like that. And so there you have it. You have a clear path from point A to point B, in terms of point A generating the idea and point B winning the debate, that you have to go through and explain. I want to be very clear. The reason 99% of debaters lose like debates and stuff like that is simply because they're not doing this properly. It's simply because they're actually not explaining these things and actually not just doing the basic things of going through burdens, explaining them, meeting them, then fleshing out the impacts and then selling those impacts and explaining why they win the debate. This is a clear formula on how you should do it, and this is more or less how I've been doing it, although with some changes and stuff like that. This is in reality similar to like the formula that people use to teach debating, which is like SEXY, which is statement, explanation, example, impact. It's just the thing that I prefer it this way, because the X thing, the example you can give either in any moment of your case except for the statement. Like when you're analyzing, you can give an example. When you're impacting, you can give an example. When you explain why you win the debate, you can give an example. So it's not like an independent part of the argument. It's just the thing that you add towards arguments to make them stronger, more believable, ground them to reality, etc., etc. And there you have it. This is the way. If you have any questions, write below. I think there'll be some more argumentation videos, but this is on the basics. If you watch this and you're new to debating, now you know how to make arguments.